بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ذاق طعم الإيمان من رضي بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد رسولا أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. We continue in our series in which we discuss the qualities and characteristics of the true believers, so that we can measure ourselves and look within ourselves to see if we have these qualities and to see if we have reached that higher level of Iman. And so today's hadith we will discuss, in which the Prophet ﷺ said that such person has truly tasted the taste of Iman or the sweetness of Iman, who is pleased with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as his Rabb, and is pleased with Islam as his Deen, and is pleased with the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ as his Rasul. In other words, the more Iman a person has, then automatically they will start to become more and more happy and pleased and content that they have Islam as a deen, that they have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as their Lord, and they have the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ as his messenger. And so, this is something that we should introspect and think within ourselves. That am I a Muslim simply because I was born in a Muslim household, because I have Muslim parents, because I have a Muslim family, I have Muslim friends, people around me are all Muslim, so I'm just going with the flow? Is that really the case? Do I really have a genuine connection to Islam? Do I really have a genuine love for Islam, a genuine love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a genuine love for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? Am I truly content that this is my way and there's no other way that really gives me any sort of contentment or connection? Or is it that, it's just another way to me, and because I was born in Islam, that's why I'm here? Otherwise, you look at other people, you think, sometimes you look at the way of certain other groups, and you think, that would be nice if we did something like that. If that is the case, then there's some deficiency in our Iman, there's some problem with our Iman, and we need to fix it. So, a true believer is one who is truly happy and content and would never ever even dream or think of taking any other way besides Islam, and have any other Lord besides Allah, and have any other Prophet besides Prophet ﷺ, obviously including all the other Prophets before him as well. And so the question is, okay, let's say if you're lacking in this aspect, or you just feel like maybe you're just going with the flow, you don't have that genuine love and contentment with Islam. So how do we build that in our heart? One is obviously the other ways we mentioned about building Iman in general, but specifically to build this, it is important for us to be intellectually convinced of Islam and to really understand what Islam is. We need to learn more about the Deen in order for us to have a better connection of the Deen. If we have no idea who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, the whole Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing himself in so much detail and so many different qualities and characteristics of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he's talking about so many of his signs in the Quran. So this is how we know who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, and this is how we become content that we have Allah as our Rabb. Then same thing, learning about more about Islam in general, learning more about the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, the teachings of Islam in general, is a way that we will genuinely understand that how Islam is actually sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how it is divine. It is not like other religions, rather it is definitely from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and there's such special wisdoms in Islam that cannot be found anywhere else. And the Prophet ﷺ, how can we be pleased with him as our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, is by us learning about his seerah, about his characteristics, about his shama'il, and seeing how every single aspect of his life was so perfect and so amazing and so beautiful, and looking at his characteristics, looking at his akhlaq and his character. These are things which will really make us love the Prophet ﷺ and be contented with him, and not seek any other role models, not look anywhere here or there to any contemporaries. Rather, we will only look at the Prophet ﷺ and be pleased with him as our Rasul. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us al-tawfiq wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.